Courtney here from the Alliance Theater Institute, and today we're going to have a lot of fun creating tableaus using our imaginations and our bodies. You might be asking, what's a tableau? Well, a tableau is a living picture. It's a snapshot of a compelling moment in a story. And we create tableaus by creating silent, frozen poses with our bodies. Now, before we give it a try, I'd love to go over a few guidelines for how to create a tableau. So my assistant, David, hi David.
Hello.
My assistant David's going to help us out. He's going to create a tableau of a basketball player shooting a basketball into a hoop. David, you want to give it a try? Okay, so you'll notice that David's pose, his tableau, is still or frozen. So he's telling the story of the basketball player using his body rather than his voice. But he has a lot of energy in his pose, and he's using his body to look like a basketball player. Now, you might also notice that the pose is silent. That's an important part of Tableau. Now, what if this weren't just any basket? This was the game-winning shot. How might that change the tableau? David, can you show us how it might change the tableau if you are shooting the game-winning shot? Wow, look at that. So what I noticed is a change in facial expression, right? You can really use your facial expressions to tell a really compelling story. So before, he was just shooting a basketball, and then the second time when I asked him to change his facial expression, he looked much more determined, much more focused to make the shot. Great. Now, David, will you go back into that pose for me? This time I'm going to ask David to play with some levels in space. So your tableau could take up a low level in space. David, could I see what that might look like? Yeah, so he's still shooting a basket, but he's doing it from a really low level, close to the ground. What would it look like if you occupied the middle level in space? Awesome. And of course, the high level. I think that's probably the most compelling level for this particular tableau. He's up on his toes, his arm is reaching as if he's shooting that basketball, and his pose displays a lot of energy and motion, even though it's frozen and still. That's great, David, you can relax. So I would love you to think about a story you've read recently, a character that you connected with. Can you picture a really important moment in that character's journey and create a tableau depicting that moment? Go ahead and try it. Great. Now, don't forget to play with levels and facial expressions. Oh, and if you can't think of a specific story, try the basketball player tableau. I'll try it now. Awesome. Now, you can use Tableau in a variety of ways, right? When we think about social studies and historical figures, you could create tableaus or statues of any historical figures you're studying. I know David and I were just talking about the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright, who in 1903 flew the first motor-operated airplane over North Carolina. David, would you like to try to create a two-person tableau of the Wright brothers?
All right.
Okay, so we'd probably be in our airplane, right? Okay, so we have to be probably occupying the middle space, and I'll be flying. Okay, and what could you be doing? Oh, yeah, pointing at something in the distance. All right, here we go, freeze. Great, we can relax. So we used facial expressions, we occupied that middle level, and we told a compelling moment from history, the Wright brothers' first flight. So think about which figures you're studying. Dr. Martin Luther King, maybe, Rosa Parks, Babe Ruth, right? Who else? Ruby Bridges, Duke Ellington, Amelia Earhart. Which historical figure could you create a statue or a tableau of? Do you want to give it a try now? Awesome, that's really great. So tableaus don't only have to be of people, they can also be of things or of settings. So think about some habitats you've studied. we're going to try to create a tableau now of our rainforest. So David, why don't you be the high level? You'll be maybe the tree canopy of the rainforest. What does that look like? Oh yeah, so he's using his arms and stretching them out as if he is the tree canopy in the rainforest. And I'm going to become an animal. I'm going to become a jaguar down on the rainforest floor. So I'm going to occupy a low level, and I'm going to be a jaguar. We will freeze. Brilliant. Can you try it? Can someone in your family become the tree canopy of the rainforest and someone else maybe become a jaguar? What other animals are in the rainforest? Let's see. Someone could become a gorilla maybe, or a toucan. Ooh, what about a boa constrictor? That'd be down on the low level. So play with a few different types of animals or things that you would find in the rainforest. You could also try other habitats. You could create a tableau of a desert or the ocean or, like a woodland forest. That would be fun. So tableaus can be used in many ways. The next time you read a book you enjoy, gather your family members and see if they will help you create tableaus of the beginning, middle, and end of the story. See, with tableaus, the possibilities are endless. So thank you so much for joining us today to create Tableau. It was so much fun, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.